Hey, my name is Jobby, and we're looking at the Cang Toys Breakhorn, a third-party Transformers figure of the Dinobot Slag, also known as Slug, to cater to the British. Sorry, you guys don't have free speech. This guy is the third figure in this line of Cang Toys Dinobots, who will all eventually combine into a totally not VOLCANICUS. And even though I'm late to this figure, it doesn't mean I'll take 4 years to review all of them. Please don't leave me. Thank you very much, Cang Toys, for sending me this for free through the Shozy store. Link in the description. Nothing wrong with intermittent fasting. You can lose a few. That's gonna be hard when you have so many Japanese snacks. From Tokyo Treat and Sakura Co., the sponsors of this video. Tokyo Treat is a fun Japanese subscription snack box that ships worldwide and is filled with rare Kit Kats, limited edition chips, noodles, and more of the latest Japanese treats. Tokyo Treat's theme for September is Snacktastic Moonfest. Look at this beautiful moon-themed box. Got a little bunny here. Which is also the case for Sakura Co., a monthly Japanese artisan snack box that supports local snack makers, filled with more traditional Japanese snacks like mochi, wagashi, and Japanese tea. Tsukimi gokokucha in this case. And you always get a piece of special Japanese tableware. For this month, you get a Tsukimi Unomi, a pretty little teacup. And that's because Sakura Co.'s theme for September is Aki no Tsukimi, Autumn Moon Festival, which is exactly what Tsukimi is. Each box includes a cultural guide booklet that features snack details, allergen information, and fun insights about Japanese culture. So use my code JOBBY to get $5 off your first Tokyo Treat order and $5 off your first Sakura Co. order. Click the link in the description or scan these QR codes to experience Japan from the comfort of your own home. Fly me to the moon and let me sing a damn song without getting copyrighted. God damn it! So right out of this gorgeous holographic box, the painting and the sculpting on this figure is amazing. It almost feels unfair to call this a straight redesign of the G1 character, so I'll call it gay. There's some similarities, like the dino head being on the back and some kind of mouth on the chest, but that's all they have in common, which isn't a bad thing at all. I love this weird sci-fi pseudo-religious samurai. Similar vibes to the Cang Toys Stegsero. Check out that review, by the way. And I gotta point out the clear mecha anime influence, definitely not Gundam. This head sculpt is fire. Love the design and these little painted details. Ah, shit. But there's a part of me that wants an actual face. He looks a bit soulless. You could wake him up by working that light piping through this tiny window. If you're not gonna have a light up feature, at least make half the head clear plastic. You've done it before. Or maybe a clear plastic ball socket isn't a good idea. We'll get to that later. For now, let's talk about his accessories, which includes this giant shifting card that's not a mousepad, goddammit. These smaller cards, one normal and one lenticular, and no red envelopes. I'm so sorry. No dim sum tonight. I'm gonna be departed. As for accessories that matter, these stupidly cool blades. Ah, shit! Ah, shit! These remind me of the Dinobot Slug from Transformers Age of Extinction. Movie review featuring Kellen Goff and Keen Carlisle. Watch it, you bitch. They just tab into the hands, allegedly, and you could combine them into a pretty sick staff. Fuck. You also get this Wolverine claw, but just one of them. And you get all of these. All of these spines that make up his hellish halo are all detachable, grabbable, and stabbable in it.
Sorry, you guys don't have free speech.
But he's only got 2 hands and 8 knives. What's the deal? Well, you get 4 of these pieces, which all have a ball joint, hinge joint, slot in some spines, and slot this whole thing into anywhere the spines used to be, which results in a ridiculously cool fin funnel display. Or gun bits, who cares? It's a little tricky to balance, but not impossible, thanks to some solid die-cast metal joints. This guy is hefty and a whole lot of fun to pose. Ball joint at the head. Every ball joint can be a swivel. Hinge joint at the base of the neck that allows him to look up that far, looks down that far. Hinge joint at the shoulder pad. Ball joint here. Hinge joint, ball joint, which allows it to get out of the way for the arm to move out. Whoa, this ball joint's a jumper. The shoulder pad assembly can rotate, as well as the shoulder itself. Full 360. Bicep swivel. Double bend at the elbow. Wrist swivel. Hinge joint. Ball joint. Hinge joint at the thumb. Ball joints at the base of each finger. And a hinge joint at all of his fingers individually articulated. He's got a waist swivel. Somewhat of an ab crunch. But if you untab his chest and extend the torso, that's a bit tight. You could get more of a crunch, but that's more for the arm mode. Ball joints at the front skirts, hinge joint, ball joint at the side skirts, which gets them out of the way for a rotation at the hips. And this extending prolapse lets the legs move back that far. He's got a beautiful spread, ratcheted thigh swivel, bend at the knee. He has a second bend, but it doesn't do that much. Hinge joint, ball joint at the ankle guard allows it to shift up and down, as well as hinge up and down. Every ball joint can be. Oh, God help you if that ever snaps off. Such a bitch to put back. But it does give you a better view of that hinge joint at the ankle, hinge joint, ball joint at the toe. Every ball joint can be. Hinge joint at the heel. And a beautiful ankle pivot. Technically, his backpack also has a ball joint on it, but that's because of the transformation and it doesn't plug in. It's fine. Poseability is great, but you do have to mind all the armor. You could get him into some banger poses, but he's not quite as pick up and play as some other Cang Toys figures. But he is just as big. Size comparison time. Here's Figma Matic Academy, Haya Toys Godzilla, the Magic Square Light of Peace Not Optimus Prime, my previous review, the Lego Soundwave, and my other Cang Toys Dinobots, Stegsaro and Pterhal. These guys are shaping up to be a really pretty team. But will this guy be prehistorically pretty? That's a weird way to say dinosaur. Just, be patient with these instructions. I had a bit of a time trying to follow along. weapon storage here is making me go berserk in a good way. But when you keep them outstretched, it reminds me of the Age of Extinction movie review, link in the description. After a transformation, that's not as hard as it looks. The Triceratops mode is amazing, even if he's not anatomically accurate. Why is toe so long? Cang Toys doesn't care about science. Have you seen Turhal? Barely a transformation, which is not the case for Breakhorn. The robot mode gets lost among the Triceratops chunk, with the beautiful head sculpt to top it off. Definitely the best part of the mode. But I have to wonder, why the slag? Is the ball socket made of clear plastic? The problems with this are clear. Clear plastic is thinner than normal plastic, and by barely working this joint, there's already a stress mark. I get the need for light piping, but there's gotta be a better way. Cang Toys seems to think so. On their Chinese Twitter account, they announced that they would update the ball socket with stronger material. As for how to get this updated part, I don't fucking know, leave a comment. Other than that, the Dino Mode feels solid. It's fun to play with, and again, fun to pose. Ball joint at the head, as you know. Every ball joint can be a swivel, but be careful. Opening mouth. Hinge joint at the base of the neck allows him to look up that far and down that far, with barely any side to side. Front legs are exactly the same as the robot mode arm, but now he's got a hinge joint ball joint at the paw. Every ball joint can be, and hinge joints at each of his toes. Looks better when you close it up like that. Nothing at the midsection. Swivel here. Back legs have a rotation. Very tight, maybe a bit too much. What used to be the knee pad can rotate independently. Bit of a thigh swivel. And a hinge joint here, which allows for kind of a spread. More of a hip butterfly joint, if that makes sense. Bend at the knee, and the feet are the exact same as the robot mode. No difference. As for the tail, hinge joint, ball joint, ball joint, ball joint. Allows for some decently natural looking curvy tail poses. It's always nice when a beast mode's poseability is great. And yeah, he can still do the fin funnel gun bit thing. Size comparison time. Here's Modica Godzilla Prime and the Dinobots. Despite Turhal's Dino Mode being all of these look great together so far. The dinosaur modes are the main reason why I'm locked into Cang Toys' Dinobot line. Because the Combiner stuff, and here we have the arm mode. It's fine. I'd even say it's awesome if it felt better. Why does it feel hollow? The tabs don't peg into each other as solidly as they should, so it tends to crumple up like paper. It's not a sturdy block like the Predacon equivalent. The joints are sturdy, but because of those crumpling panels, I have to be more delicate than I'd like. I wanna go beast mode! Maybe I'm missing something? Let's remove the hand and combine it with the hand from Turhal. This spider mode is the cutest creepy crawly. Another clever use of extra combiner parts. Can't wait to see what they do with the feet. This is also your last chance to name this thing. Otherwise,
I'm calling it fucker.
The final size comparison time. Monica Godzilla Prime and the Dinobots. The arm mode is a little bit disappointing, but seeing all these parts together still makes me curious about the fully combined Volcanicus. But for now, pretty damn cool. Which I can say about the figure overall. Again, thanks to Cang Toys for sending me this figure and their next Dinobot, the Cang Toys Bronta Solid. Subscribe for more obvious dick jokes. Thanks again to Tokyo Treat and Sakura Co for sponsoring the video. And thanks to all my members and patrons. It's not the end of the month, but it's been way too long since I've shouted you out. All you mid-tier members will scroll on screen while I shout out you high tiers. Starting with my leader class members. Jonathan Coco, Victor Holiday, Izumi Miyaumura, God of Odd Daleks, KB7623, Tom Smith, Depressed Tomioka, Anything Gamer 3000, Swagapotamus, The Sporf 365, Squartzilla, Phoenix Logie, Cognaros, Nathalia, The Amazing Jack, Jesmark Mikasel, Benjamin Wen, Blissfully Tired, Ringo Blingus, The Crazy Minnesotan, Aaron Yeager, Drummer Boy 0130, Lulu, Super Duper Boy, Daggers Boy, Scarlet Scout 259, Arch Cyber Knight Mikey, TL Thompson, Boxhead, The Uncle Show, Mothman, Gay Emma, Puppy Nickel, Cam After Dark, Yeetus McBeatus 420, Kamui, Gooby, Breakaway TA, Joseph Leroy, Kana Candy, Saber Redfin, Melania Blada McKella, Autism Guy, Astro B057, Arlie, formerly Luxana, Jonas RT, and Kamen Rider KFP. As for my Triple Kiss patrons, that one trans girl, Xylaxio the King, Kaiser Monarch, The Munch, Aaron Yeager, Sane Madman, Kenneth Smith, Josh Suruda, Adam Boy, Petri Chroma, Not Owen Wilson, Melania Goddess of Rot, Ian, The Yukiri Savage, Midori, Deathy Dash, A Small Cookie, B-Fast 2000, Cameron Pedley, Liger 0Z9, Mama Munix, Brian Denna, Kong Meng, Jonathan Coco, Zach Carney, Delta Vortex, Mr. Jaxo, Fate, Boney's Network, Austin Sabatino, Tropic Panda, Tiger Boy, Z Naki Art Z, Smithy Killer, Tarn the Robot Layer, Gorgongus, Cam After Dark, Nozarashi Kenpachi, Cognaros, The Blue Pixeling Entertainment, Proxy Fox, Luxy Day, Scarlet Scout, Nathalia Munoz, Mighty Sneck, Ken Rodman, Striker 374, Mingy Caesar, Weed Horse Theo, and Michael McLaughlin. Thank you guys so much for keeping me afloat during this content extinction. What can I say? I have a tendency to disappear. Next review's gonna be a return to my roots, so to speak. Been a minute since I've done a Godzilla review. Until then, watch the Age of Extinction movie review. I will cry.